People over 60 or with long-term illnesses should try to avoid crowded places to cut the risk of catching coronavirus, the head of the World Health Organization has said. The global death toll has now reached nearly 3,000 people as countries around the world continue to report their findings to the WHO. As of Sunday, there have been over 86,500 cases of the virus globally, the vast majority of which have been in China. Outside of China, it has spread to 53 countries, with more than 6,500 cases and more than 100 deaths. The latest advice by Director General Dr Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus came as WHO upgraded the global risk of the epidemic to very high, the top category, while countries around the globe ramped up restrictions in the face of the escalating crisis. He said in a tweet, "If you are 60 plus, or have an underlying condition like cardiovascular disease, a respiratory condition or diabetes, you have a higher risk of developing severe #COVID-19. Try to avoid crowded areas, or places where you might interact with people who are sick." He added, "If you are sick, stay at home, eat and sleep separately from your family, use different utensils and cutlery to eat. If you develop shortness of breath, call your doctor and seek care immediately." The Louvre Museum in Paris has remained shut amid concerns over France's coronavirus outbreak. Staff at the Louvre, the most visited museum in the world, voted almost unanimously not to open on Sunday, a union representative said. Long lines of disgruntled tourists snaked outside the famous museum yesterday morning as management held a staff meeting about the outbreak to reassure workers that the risk was contained. But the home of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo sculpture remained closed afterward. On Saturday, the French government banned all indoor gatherings of more than 5,000 people, in an effort to curb the spread of the new coronavirus. But museums are not covered by a ban on large public gatherings. France has reported 100 cases of the COVID-19 disease and 2 people have died. Despite talks with management and the staff doctor, the Louvre Museum was unable to open in the absence of sufficient personnel, a spokeswoman for the museum said after the meeting. Employee and union representative André Sacristin said, "We are very worried because we have visitors from everywhere. The risk is very, very, very great." Another 5 people have died in Italy, where cases have reached 1,694 in what is the largest outbreak in Europe. A package of measures worth £3.1 billion are to be introduced by the government aimed at helping the economy, where the death toll has reached at least 34. The highest concentrations are in the areas of Veneto, Treviso, and Venice. Serie A football games were postponed over the weekend, and for more on this story, visit the news article link.